Have you ever seen a moment so unexpected, so powerful, that the entire internet just stops to talk about it? Because that's exactly what happened when Dylan Wang and Shen Yue shared the kiss that has now been replayed millions of times around the world. It wasn't just a kiss. It wasn't just a wedding scene. It was something different, something electric, something that blurred the lines between fiction and reality so perfectly, people aren't even sure which side of the story they believe anymore. Today, we're diving deep into the moment that took social media by storm, the kiss that's making fans scream, cry, and speculate endlessly. But before we get into the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because trust me, this is just the beginning of what's shaping up to be one of the most talked about celebrity moments of the year. It all started innocently enough, or so we thought. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue were filming what was supposed to be the grand finale of their new drama project. The wedding scene was teased weeks in advance by the production team, but no one was ready for what actually unfolded on set. The set design alone was breathtaking. An aisle lined with fresh white roses, crystal chandeliers reflecting golden light across the venue, and a soft haze in the air from perfectly timed stage effects. Shen Yue walked in wearing a delicate lace gown, her hair styled in loose curls that framed her face like something straight out of a romantic movie. Dylan stood at the altar in a fitted black tuxedo, his posture confident, but his eyes revealing something softer, something personal. The director called for silence. Cameras rolled. And then it happened. Their vows, scripted, yes, but delivered with so much emotion that it felt like we were intruding on something real. Shen Yue's voice trembled on certain words, her gaze locked on Dylan's the entire time. Dylan, in turn, delivered his lines with a quiet intensity, like every word carried a weight he couldn't ignore. And then, as the script directed, they leaned in for the kiss. But here's where everything went off script. At least, that's what people believe. The kiss didn't last for the quick, staged second that most TV kisses do. It lingered. It deepened. It looked like neither of them wanted to pull away. And in that moment, the atmosphere on set changed. You can hear the murmurs in the background of the raw footage. Crew members shifting uncomfortably. A cameraman slightly adjusting focus because he wasn't sure if they were still acting, or if something had just shifted before his eyes. The internet noticed immediately. Fans clipped and slowed down the footage, pointing out the way Dylan's hand moved to rest gently at the back of Shen Yue's neck, a move not in the original choreography. Others analyzed the way Shen Yue's fingers tightened around his arm just before they broke apart. Tiny details, yes, but when combined, they paint a very different picture than just two actors following a script. And then came the chaos online. Within hours, hashtags like DylanShenKiss and Wedding Scene Gone Real started trending in multiple countries. TikTok was flooded with reaction videos. Some fans were screaming with joy, convinced they had just witnessed the start of a real-life romance. Others were in disbelief, saying it was all just masterful acting. But the theories didn't stop there. The biggest twist: a behind-the-scenes video leaked just one day later. It showed the director calling cut, but Dylan and Shen Yue still holding eye contact for a few seconds too long. A quiet laugh from Shen Yue. A smile from Dylan that looked, well, uncharacteristically soft for someone who's supposed to instantly step out of character. That footage set the internet ablaze all over again. Forums exploded with posts breaking down every single frame. Some people even claimed the kiss wasn't in the original script at all, that Dylan improvised it in the moment. Of course, neither Dylan nor Shen Yue has confirmed or denied any of these rumors, which only adds more fuel to the fire. Their agencies, however, have been noticeably quiet. Usually, in cases like this, PR teams rush to issue statements, clarifying that it's all acting, that fans are reading too much into things. But this time, silence. And you know what silence does in the world of celebrity gossip? It makes the rumors grow even louder. The wedding scene has now reached an almost legendary status in fandom circles. People are making fan edits that blend the kiss with romantic music. Others are writing fan fiction, imagining what happened after the cameras stopped rolling. Some are even shipping them so hard that they've created entire accounts dedicated to tracking their off-screen interactions. And here's where things take an even more intriguing turn. Several fans claim to have spotted Dylan and Shen Yue together outside of filming, in what they describe as suspiciously comfortable situations. Coffee shops, late-night walks, and even a dinner where they sat side by side, laughing like old friends. Are these real sightings, or just the product of eager imaginations? Hard to say. But the internet never lets a little uncertainty get in the way of a good story. And that's exactly what this has become, a story that's bigger than just a drama scene. It's about the blurred lines between acting and reality, about how two people can share a moment so authentic that millions believe it must be real. Even the media is getting in on the speculation. Entertainment blogs are running headlines like "That Wedding Kiss, Real or Real?" and "Dylan and Shen Yue, more than co-stars?" Some journalists have even started digging into their past interviews to find moments where they might have hinted at having feelings for each other. One interview clip from months ago resurfaced, where Dylan jokingly said he wanted to marry someone like Shen Yue. A harmless comment at the time, but now, in the context of that kiss, it's being treated like a foreshadowing. On Shen Yue's side, an older interview where she described her ideal partner is also making the rounds, with fans pointing out the uncanny similarities to Dylan's personality. Whether these connections are real or just wishful thinking, they're adding layers to the story that make it even harder to ignore. And through it all, neither of them has said a word. That's the genius, whether intentional or not. The mystery is keeping the buzz alive. Every day, new edits appear. Every day, fans are still debating it in comment sections. The moment has become a kind of cultural event in the fandom world. But let's take a step back. Could it really be possible that this was all just brilliant acting? Absolutely. Dylan and Shen Yue are both talented performers, known for their ability to convey deep emotion on screen. It's entirely possible that the kiss felt real because they're just that good at their craft. Yet, there's also the possibility, however small, that the emotion we all saw wasn't entirely fabricated. And that's what makes this moment so irresistible. It's the what if that hooks people. What if, for just a few seconds, they weren't acting? What if the scene captured something unscripted, something genuine? That's the question that will keep this kiss alive in people's minds for months, maybe even years to come. And while we may never get a definitive, and as the dust begins to settle, or maybe it's just beginning to rise, the frenzy around Dylan Wang and Shen Yue's wedding kiss is taking on a life of its own. Brands are quietly taking notice. Social media engagement spikes like this don't happen every day. And when they do, it's the kind of publicity money can't buy. A jewelry brand that provided the wedding ring props for the scene has already reported a surge in sales and online searches. Some fans are even recreating the entire look from the wedding scene for their own special occasions, from the flowers to the suits to the very style of the gown Shen Yue wore. Think about that. This was supposed to be just another romantic climax in a scripted story, and yet here we are, watching it bleed into real-world behavior and trends. But it's not all harmless fandom fun. In the shadows of the internet excitement, there's also tension brewing. Some industry insiders have begun whispering that the agencies involved are not happy with the level of speculation. According to unverified claims,